As a dime-hard appearance lover, Zhang Mibei only falls for people with outstanding looks. She has long been infatuated with Lu Chen, the school grass of University A. Willing to yield to him in everything. In others' eyes, she is always taking the initiative to please him. However, arrogant and childish by nature, Lu Chen never cherished her sincere affection. He often belittled her in front of his friends, claiming that they were not real lovers and that he stayed with her reluctantly. He looked down on her deeply untreated Zhang Mibei as a dispensable accessory at his will. When Lu Chen's friend Zhu Wangzhu returned home from overseas study, a homecoming banquet was held. Lu Chen attended the feast with his friends and did not hesitate to mock and ridicule Zhang Mibei in public, allowing others to look down on her. Witnessing all this by chance, Zhang Mibei felt extremely wronged and sad, and left silently. Zhu Wangzhu teased Lu Chen to go after her, yet Lu Chen was overly conceited. He believed that the docile Zhang Mibei would come back easily as long as he showed a little kindness, caring nothing about her dignity and feelings. Suddenly, a power cut plunged the banquet hall into complete darkness, putting an end to all noises. At that moment, Zhang Mibei was chatting with her best friend outside the private room, and all her sincere words were heard clearly by everyone inside. She regretted being devoted to Lu Chen, admitting that she would never cling to him if she had known Zhu Wangzhu was so handsome and charming. Casual words from others stirred her inner unrest. Her heartfelt complaints enraged Lu Chen greatly, while Zhu Wangzhu eased him playfully, saying that Zhang Mibei had already changed her heart. There was another past incident. Drunken Lu Chen called Zhang Mibei late at night, ordering her to reach the bar private room within 10 minutes. She kept her promise, only to find Lu Chen surrounded by many girls with a proud and cold attitude. His friends even mocked her for being too obedient. At that time, Zhang Mibei recalled that Lu Chen was always jealous of Zhu Wangzhu, envying his superior family background, tall figure and perfect appearance. Being obsessed with Lu Chen's looks, she never took these words seriously. Her consistent obedience also made the negative comments from outsiders solidified. At the homecoming banquet, Zhu Wangzhu stood in the dim corner with a cold and delicate temperament, exquisite facial features and a deep and magnetic voice. He sincerely praised Zhang Mibei for her beauty, which only made Lu Chen more arrogant. He belittled her again to pretend he was forced to fall in love. When Zhu Wangzhu walked out of the shadow, his stunning appearance amazed all the guests. Compared with him, Lu Chen's school grass looked plain and ordinary in both appearance and aura. Zhang Mibei's eyes were fixed on Zhu Wangzhu involuntarily, and she accidentally blurted out his height and figure data. She covered her mouth in embarrassment the next second. Yet, Wangzhu heard every word clearly, making her ears turn red instantly. Seeing the huge gap between the two men, she could not help regretting her choice, and her true thoughts became obvious to all, drawing countless jokes from the crowd. Lu Chen became more and more furious, seeing her attention fully focused on others. Unable to bear all the ridicule and indifference, Zhang Mibei left angrily, sighing that the glamorous school grass Lu Chen was nothing extraordinary standing beside Zhu Wangzhu. Lu Chen's friends laughed at her for being too sensitive to leave in anger. Zhu Wangzhu persuaded Lu Chen to comfort her once more, but Lu Chen still refused to lower his pride, insisting that he would never spoil girls too much. Though pretending to be free and easy, he was filled with inner anxiety. The sudden blackout tore off all false pretenses, and Zhang Mibei's true words hurt Lu Chen's self-esteem severely. He suppressed his anger in the dark, while Zhu Wangzhu watched calmly with a faint smile, pretending to be innocent of being implicated. Later, Zhu Wangzhu walked to the door and gently held Zhang Mibei's hand. His gentle demeanor and outstanding looks made her lose her mind at once. Driven crazy by jealousy, Lu Chen threw a punch at Zhu Wangzhu impulsively, causing chaos on the scene. Everyone thought Zhang Mibei would stop the conflict, but she went straight to help the injured Zhu Wangzhu, even admitting she was attracted to his wounded look, fully showing her preference for good-looking faces. Lu Chen's friends sighed that Lu Chen paled in comparison, which made Lu Chen glare at them angrily. Soon after, Zhang Mibei changed her attitude to soothe Lu Chen and sided with him firmly. Right then, Su Wangshu pretended to be weak and drowned, covering the corner of his mouth and looking pitiful with teary eyes. Zhang Mibei, I felt soft-hearted immediately, blaming Lu Chen for being too rough and deciding to send the injured Zhu Wangshu to the hospital in person, asking Lu Chen to leave first. She supported Zhu Wangzhu carefully to leave, and Zhu Wangzhu cast a provocative glance at Lu Chen on the way, making Lu Chen fly into a rage and kick the trash can in anger. Zhang Mibei took Zhu Wangzhu to the pharmacy and cleaned the bruise at the corner of his mouth with alcohol gently. Looking at her worried look, Zhu Wangzhu said sincerely that the pain was worthwhile, confusing Zhang Mibei deeply. He got along with her intimately, messing up her hair casually and choosing lovely pink heart-shaped band-aids for the wound, filling the atmosphere with ambiguous affection. After dealing with the wound, Lu Chen made countless anxious calls to question him. Zhu Wangzhu took over the phone calmly and responded instead of Zhang Mibei, revealing his strong possessiveness. Lu Chen worked angrily on the phone, threatening to end their friendship, yet Zhu Wangzhu hung up the phone indifferently without any concern. Feeling a little guilty, Zhang Mibei planned to go back to the dormitory alone, but Zhu Wangzhu persuaded her gently, insisting on sending her back safely for fear of danger at night. Captivated by his tenderness and handsome appearance, Zhang Mibei agreed readily. On the way, Zhu Wangzhu held her hand tightly under the excuse of his injury, making her heart race rapidly. The couple attracted countless envious stares along the way, making Zhang Mibei feel confident and satisfied. When they arrived at the dormitory building, Lu Chen had already been waiting there. He flew into a rage seeing them walking hand in hand. Zhu Wangzhu confronted him fearlessly, stating that he was superior to Lu Chen in family background, height, appearance and all aspects, piercing his self-esteem sharply and almost triggering another fight. Zhang Mibei, I hurried to mediate the conflict. Zhu Wangzhu took the chance to get closer to her, reminding her to see Lu Chen's true character clearly. Lu Chen tried his best to retain Zhang Mibei, for fear of losing her heart. At the deadlock, Zhu Wangzhu confessed the truth. He had fallen for Zhang Mibei at the moment he saw her photo sent by Lu Chen, and made friends with Lu Chen on purpose just to get close to the girl he had long admired. Realizing the truth, Lu Chen flew into a fury, accusing Zhu Wangzhu of scheming to steal his girlfriend. Tired of their endless quarrels, Zhang Mibei chose to leave them alone. Lu Chen spared no effort to win her back, while Zhu Wangzhu acted gentle and sensible, willing to make concessions. In sharp contrast, Lu Chen's irritable temper became fully exposed. Zhang Mibei refused to get entangled further and returned to her dormitory quietly. After a sound sleep, Zhang Mibei was woken up by endless messages and calls from Lu Chen. The once cold and arrogant boy became sensitive and clingy, constantly doubting her feelings. With a huge change in temperament that amused Zhang Mibei greatly. Meanwhile, she received a message from a special account saying coffee was prepared downstairs, and she soon found out the sender was Zhu Wangzhu. Zhang Mibei hurried downstairs and saw Zhu Wangzhu leaning against the wall with perfect looks, drawing crowds of onlookers. Well-dressed Lu Chen still could not match his charm, and comments from passers-by upset him deeply. The two men stood on either side of Zhang Mibei, sending her breakfast and coffee respectively and competing with each other secretly. To avoid the awkward atmosphere, Zhang Mibei went to the canteen for meals, with the two men following closely behind. In the school canteen, having two handsome boys accompanying her attracted everyone's attention. Zhu Wangzhu spoke sweet words to please Zhang Mibei, making Lu Chen consumed by jealousy. Lu Chen's friend Zhu Chao mocked Zhang Mibei for currying favor with Lu Chen as usual. His harsh words made Zhu Wangzhu angry, while proud Lu Chen defended Zhang Mibei unexpectedly, admitting he was willing to compromise and stay with her sincerely, shocking all the people present. He even confessed publicly that he was never the dominant one, but was willing to submit to Zhang Mibei. And Zhu Wangshu echoed his words that he also admired her wholeheartedly. The sudden confessions embarrassed Zhang Mibei greatly. Unable to bear everyone's gaze, she left in a hurry, with Zhu Wangshu chasing after her immediately. Catching up with Zhang Mibei, Zhu Wangshu called her by a special pet name softly, full of doubts. Zhang Mibei, I asked him about his sincere affection. Zhu Wangshu unbuttoned his collar slowly and showed the crescent jade pendant around his neck. Seeing the keepsake, Zhang Mibei finally recognized that the elegant young man in front of her was the chubby little boy she knew in the welfare house in her childhood. Memories flooded back instantly. When she was young, Zhang Mibei often visited the welfare house and once protected the little boy from being bullied by other kids. She comforted him tenderly and put ban-aids on his wounds, promising to protect him forever. The innocent little boy said he would marry her when he grew up, at that time caring much about appearance. Zhang Mibei refused his confession and took him as her closest playmate instead. During their happy time together, the little boy obeyed all her words and kept all her preferences in mind. Later, he was found by his long-lost family and had to leave the welfare house. The two were extremely reluctant to part with each other. He made an oath to come back and marry her, and Zhang Mibei gave him her ancestral crescent jade pendant as a token of love. Their innocent childhood promise was deeply rooted in both of their hearts. Years passed. The ordinary little boy had grown into a peerless, handsome youth, leaving only the tear mole at the corner of his eye unchanged. Reunited after many years, all the past affection surged up. Zhu Wangshu hugged her tightly and poured out his longing over the years, winning Zhang Mibei's heart completely. Since then, their relationship became closer and closer. Zhu Wangshu invited her to his grand birthday banquet, where he also invited Lu Chen and other friends. The birthday banquet was extremely luxurious, gathering relatives, friends and business partners. Dressed in formal suits, Zhu Wangshu looked calm, mature and charming. Zhang Mibei presented her a carefully prepared gift and was shocked by the luxury of Zhu's manner. During the banquet, Zhu Wangshu took her to his private room, where an old iron box was filled with all the small gifts she gave him in childhood, which he had preserved well all these years. The intimate atmosphere filled the quiet room. Zhang Mibei nearly fell down while playing around and was held firmly in Zhu Wangshu's arms. Unable to restrain his inner emotion, he kissed her gently secretly. This scene was witnessed by Lu Chen, who flew into a rage and confronted Zhu Wangshu face to face. Zhu Wangshu suggested resolving the conflict privately in the backyard calmly. In the backyard, Zhu Wangshu told all the truth frankly, stating that he and Zhang Mibei had formed a deep bond in their early years, and it was Lu Chen who broke in halfway. He pointed out sharply that Lu Chen had never treated Zhang Mibei sincerely, belittling her publicly and allowing his friends to insult her. He only took this relationship to satisfy his own vanity and was never worthy of Zhang Mibei's true love. These sincere words left Lu Chen speechless. Back in the private room, Zhang Mibei received a breakup message from Lu Chen. She felt peaceful and replied politely to wish each other well. After resolving the dispute, Zhu Wangshu returned to stay quietly with her rather than socializing with guests. Zhang Mibei fell asleep leaning on his shoulder and woke up with a delicate diamond necklace around her neck, a warm gift carefully prepared by Zhu Wangshu. They got along sweetly and naturally later on, with Zhu Wangshu taking good care of her in every detail. Soon afterwards, Zhu Wangshu's elder brother Zhuan returned home. He also had outstanding appearance and extraordinary temperament, showing the excellent genes of the Zhu family. Zhu Wangshu was extremely jealous and tried every means to stop his brother from getting close to Zhang Mibei, revealing his sincere love in a lovely way. As night fell, Zhang Mibei agreed to stay overnight at Zhu's residence under Zhu Wangshu's soft persuasion. She accidentally saw Zhu Wangshu keeping fit casually at midnight, and his cute contrast appearance made her laugh happily. The next morning, Zhu Wangshu planned to send her back to school, while his elder brother offered to give them a ride on the way. On the journey, Zhuan chatted with Zhang Mibei humorously all the way, making Zhu Wangshu jealous and bickering with his brother constantly. Zhuan also shared interesting past events. saying that Zhu Wangshu once insisted on changing his surname to follow Zhang Mibei's family name after returning home, determined to marry into her family, which aroused Zhang Mibei's great curiosity. After arriving at the campus, Zhu En warmly invited her to meet again later, making Zhu Wangshu extremely alert and constantly reminding Zhang Mibei to stay away from his brother. The two walked into the classroom and met Lu Chen and his friends. Zhu Wangshu held Zhang Mibei's hand and sat in the back row directly to draw a clear line. Faced with inquiries from classmates, Zhu Wangshu announced his sovereignty-domineering lie, confirming that Zhang Mibei would only belong to him forever. After class, Zhu Wangshu took Zhang Mibei back to their childhood welfare house. Standing at the place where they made promises years ago, he looked at her sincerely and hoped she could keep her childhood promise. Faced with his affectionate eyes, Zhang Mibei could no longer refuse and agreed to be with him officially, fulfilling their long-awaited promise across years. In fact, Zhang Mibei had learned everything from Zhu in the night she stayed over. She knew that Zhu Wangshu had never stopped looking for her all these years, and the whole Zhu family had already approved her and even planned their engagement in private, looking forward to their happy life together. Having fully seen Lu Chen's indifference and selfishness, and felt Zhu Wangshu's deep love that lasted for years, Zhang Mibei finally let go of all past obsessions. She chose to embrace this hard-1 long-term affection, abandoned all gossips and unnecessary entanglements, and stayed with her childhood playmate sincerely, ushering in a perfect and happy ending for both of them.